Okay, Tish would like to say a few words to you, so just bear with us a second. Give a big round of applause. Come on, Tish Henley, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and thank you. Doesn't she look great? Tish Henley, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he does too. Yeah, it really does too. Hi Tish, oh my darling. Oh, I love this lady. She'd like to say a few words to you all right now.
First of all, what do you think about this guy? Elvis would be very proud of you. Okay, you may not know that I was Elvis Nurse from 1968 to 81. Me and my family lived at Graceland from 72 to 83. And Elvis had this song, My Way. Well, let me tell you about how he got his way. I had two daughters. We lived in East Memphis. When Lisa would be here, we would drive down here so the kids could play together. So he kept saying, I'm going to put you in a trailer in the backyard. You won't have to drive all this far, drive back and forth. So this goes on several years. I just kept saying, no. We just built a new home, our first home. And I'd say, no. So finally, my husband had formerly been a policeman. He was doing construction work. So in 72, the construction bottom had fallen out of it. So I came home from work one day, and my husband was sitting at the bar in the kitchen. He says, baby, sit down. He said, I got a job today. Well, I got real excited. So he's sitting there, and he said, well, it's going to be kind of different because we'll have to make some changes. And I thought, oh gosh, we're going to have to move. He's going to be traveling or something. He said, no, Elvis hired me, but we got to live on the grounds. So my way, Elvis got his way. Elvis was the most kind, caring, most educated person that I was ever around. I worked at the same office for 50 years. I took care of governors and mayors, other entertainers. Nobody else could hold a light to his knowledge. He was very well read, and the thing about that was he absorbed what he read. He was kind of spoiled because when you would go up, I was of course in the room tons and tons of times. He would start reading, but he would get so tired, and his eyes would be so tired, and he was so pitiful, so you end up reading to him. But that was okay, that was precious moments. He loved his fans. He was always so fearful that a fan was going to get hurt if we would go anywhere. So at one time he got me a new car. It was black on black on black, and he gave it to me in the dining room. It was really nice. He had to go get the police blue light, put it up on the front of the car, so he's going to drive it first. So Elvis Presley knew two speeds, 0 and as fast as it would go. So we get up on the expressway, and he's in my car, and we're going boom, boom, and I thought, I'll never drive this car. We'll never get out of this car alive. He's going to wreck this car. And this was in 76. Well, we're going down the expressway, and there's this car coming in these lights. So Elvis over there, and I know some of y'all in here is always saying, so he's sitting there, and he's stomping the floorboard. And I'm thinking, what is this? He said, we're going to have to take this car back. You don't have a dimmer switch in it. Don't have a dimmer switch in it. So I said, well, maybe we better read the manual because it's got to have a dimmer switch on the light. So we pulled over, and of course we read the manual, and it was on the column. So he learned something that night too. It was absolutely hysterical because I thought he was going to stomp the whole bottom out of my car. But he was the most spontaneous man there ever was. We played racquetball a lot. Well, I'm working at the medical group all day long, and I come home and I put on my uniform, get down there, we're going to play racquetball. I'm going to get 20 pounds off of him, in 2 hours. Not. So I didn't like to lose, he didn't like to lose, so we got pretty aggressive. So I was making him run like you never heard of. My tongue was hanging out too, and all of a sudden I heard a thud. I turned and looked, plug your children's ears up for just a minute. Elvis was sitting flat down on his butt on the racquetball court, and I said, Elvis, what the shit are you doing sitting there? He looked up at me and he said, Tish, I just found out my balls don't bounce. So you rang me, and I told him, I said a comedian would have to think for months before they could come up with like that. So it gets a little bit better because it gets turned to me because I'm down on the floor with him, and we are laughing and laughing and laughing. Well, I peed in my britches, and I said, Elvis, I was going to go to the trailer. He calls me to pee in my britches. He said, hurry, get me a towel. I got to get this off my floor and take the finish off of it. So he's going to get the last call on anything that goes. But let me see what else. I'm making some notes here. Let me look. Oh, yeah. Another time, we're walking around the back of Grayson where the trailers are, down the front, around and around. So we're talking, imagine me talking. So as we walk, I would pick up sticks that would keep up with how many times we're doing walking. We come around the end of the house on the north side over there. He looked up beside the chimney and he says, Tish, somebody's shitting in my egg. And looked up there and there was this blob of this brown and black looking stuff coming down the side. So we go running around the back of the house, right up the stairs. Well, there was honeybees. They had been living up there not very long. There was all in the corner. There was this, whatever you call it, honeycomb and all these bees. Well, we slammed the door real quickly. It took them forever to get somebody out there to catch the queen bee to get rid of the other bees. So that was quite, we didn't walk anymore. We had enough exercise for that. There were several times that, Elvis was in his heyday when he was upstairs. He loved Grayson. He loved being in the bedroom, Lisa's room, and in the bathroom. And he liked to sit in the bathroom a lot of times to read. His bathroom wasn't like our bathrooms, of course. So we're sitting there one night, and I was reading to him. Well, the commode was trickle, trickle, trickle. A few minutes later, trickle, trickle, trickle. A few minutes later, trickle, trickle, trickle. He pulled a drawer out, pulled out a pistol. He killed the tank on the commode. So we just sat there. Didn't get hit with any glass or anything. I don't know. It was probably 30, 45 minutes later. Nancy Rooks was working. Red line phone rang. Nancy said, Mr. Elvis, we got water running out the chandelier. He said, Nancy, don't worry about it. Tom's going to take the commode to the graveyard. It was acting ugly. So he was so spontaneous and so much full of fun. I was so very blessed. He loved his fans. And I'll tell you one more little thing, and this goes to show. We were sitting there one night, and somebody famous on TV, they were talking about him dying. And Elvis got really, really quiet. And I said, Elvis, is that bothering you? He just took me real quiet. I said, Elvis, why is that bothering you so? My nickname was Tishina. I told him when he named me that, I said, I'm not a pole dancer. But he said, Tishina, when I've been dead 5 or 10 years, people will say Elvis who. So on his 40th, and now I went outside and said, okay, sucker, if you can see and hear me, you look down at Grayson and you say Elvis who now. He would never, ever believe that there's still this much love and that he's bringing so many of us together this day and time.
Yes.